Well, let me backtrack just a tad bit. So obviously, one of the things that I'm doing is analogizing what they say about the physical body in the pre-existing conditions, and how that makes the physical body vulnerable to COVID-19 and other diseases and other types of calamities. And so just as there's pre-existing conditions, some of us may have diabetes, high blood pressure, and there's a whole history of racial discrimination in medical care that impacts that type of thing, those type of things. Just as individuals can have pre-existing conditions, a body economic can have pre-existing conditions. Wow. And some of the pre-existing conditions that are associated with the body economic would be lack of health care, low wages, high levels of joblessness, inaccessibility to business loans, and so forth. And because the body economic, and the Black body economic in particular, has those pre-existing conditions, we have been particularly vulnerable to the ravages brought by this COVID-19 induced recession. And so I think from a gospel perspective that we are called to heal the body. Yeah. And that's at the center of our mission, and the center of our preaching. So that means that these pre-existing conditions that are afflicting the body economic, that those must also be addressed. And we just can't go back to what was normal prior to COVID-19, because unless those pre-existing conditions that are afflicting the body economic in general, and the Black body economic in particular, we're gonna still continue to have additional problems.
Yes, sir. You look, I need to ask you just a little piece of another question, right? In that, I just want you to take me just a little bit further. The reality is that the Black body economic, as you said, has all the pre-existing conditions that are laid out, that are ravaging and killing people during this crisis. We had them before because they're pre-existing, and we'll have them after. If that is the case, then what are the theological implications for preachers, pastors, and clergy? What must we preach? What must we say to heal the body?
Look, I think that we have to preach, and we've talked about this over the last couple of sessions, that we have to preach about what are the preconditions for implementing and bringing about the beloved community. And so that our preaching must reflect the understanding that in order for us to figure in such a way that they reflect and they respect and protect the human dignity of the Black body, then that means we should be talking about, and not preaching about, unemployment. We should be talking about some of the very things that King talked about. We should be talking about the elimination of poverty, right? And so I think that what it calls us to do is to really reflect, discuss, and strategize around what does it mean to be created in the image of God, and what does it mean to have inherent dignity.